What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back again with another Tottenham update. And it's Friday. What does that mean, Slav?
It means it's Manager of the Week.
Oh, who is it this week?
It's Nuno Espirito Santo. Congratulations, Nuno. You are this week's winner.
Well, roll on up. Come right up, Nuno. It's your turn
You are this week's winner of Tottenham Manager of the Week.
This week's episode of Will You Be Tottenham Manager? DiMarzio and Dan Kilpatrick now reporting talks between Nuno Espirito Santo and Tottenham Hotspur at an advanced stage, and that Nuno is now looks all but set to be the new Tottenham manager. BBC Simon Stone also reporting Nuno Espirito Santo is now the leading candidate for Tottenham. But Dan Kilpatrick is also reporting that Nuno Espirito Santo is currently the leading candidate, but Tottenham are continuing to sound out candidates, which include the likes of Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
So, what's your initial reaction to Nuno Espirito Santo looking like being the man chosen by Spurs?
Very underwhelming. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely an appointment which doesn't scream ambition. It
Screams desperation, and out of ideas and cheap.
Considering we ruled him out 2 months ago, and even Dan Kilpatrick reporting here, Spurs ruled out a move for Nuno Espirito Santo after he left Wolves at the end of the season, but Fabio Paratici admires the Portuguese coach and has a good relationship with his agent Jorge Mendes. So it does seem like a relationship out of convenience, more than one that we're desperate for Nuno. Seems like we've run out of viable candidates, and we're just going for someone who's cheap, available, knows how to work within a budget, and isn't going to kick up too much of a fuss.
Yep. He's got He's been in the Premier League for a couple of years as well. That probably helps him. And it's just right. Let's just get this over and done with now, I think.
Yeah, he's a manager who, all the rumours that Paratici wants someone who wants to focus on defence and focus on playing a back three. He seems to fit that specifications.
But then what he doesn't fit is Levy's DNA profile that he made a big statement about, which is obviously really disappointing. It seems like a bit of convenience, doesn't it?
Well, we know with Nuno,
but it's not Nuno's fault.
It's not Nuno's fault. And hashtag say no or hashtag no to Nuno was trending #1 in the UK yesterday, which I was very disappointed at. That was the trend, because I don't think Nuno deserves the flack for what has not been his fault for the ridiculous manager search which has gone on at Tottenham Hotspur over these past 2 months. And yes, landing on him is definitely underwhelming for a number of factors, the style of play and probably how his quality, but he has done a good job in his own right, and he doesn't deserve to be treated as if he's not achieved anything in his career, basically, by people doing hashtag no to Nuno, because I think he has done a very good job at Wolves. He's done a good job at Valencia as well. So I think it's a bit just disrespectful and hit on behalf of Nuno to be trending hashtag no to Nuno. So I don't think he deserves that. But on the flip side, I think it's just frustration against the board being thrown being channeled in the wrong way.
Yeah, he might end up pleasantly surprising us all when we could have a great season. But I think at this very moment, at this time, it's just a bit underwhelming with all the different targets and candidates that we had, and with the football that we want to see, and obviously Wolves with their disappointing season last year, it doesn't bode well, does it? Yeah,
and I think that's also one of the most frustrating things, is that Everton didn't fancy him. Palace nearly signed him, and then something happened, and he pulled out the deal.
If he was coming off the back of a top season at Wolves where they finished in the top 5, top 6, you'd probably go, okay, maybe, but they finished 13th.
Yeah, and they parted ways at the end of the season, and it was pretty acrimonious in terms of neither party, especially the Wolves, minded that he left, and they didn't seem bothered.
It was as if you know what, thanks, but we'll go. But this is the right
they
time.
weren't desperate to hang on to him. They weren't fighting to keep him.
Yeah.
So that kind of is a bit of an alarm bell, but it does seem to me like a short-term appointment, which he's going to be here for 18 months to 2 years, and then we'll probably look to move on. That's how I probably see this kind of appointment. I don't think this is an appointment that's going to be for the long-term future of the club, unfortunately. But if he does get appointed, which it looks likely now, that's all the rumours are saying, I will back him, I will support him, and I will hope he does the best job. I'm not going to start wanting him out before he's managed a game, which I think is unfair.
No, of course. Look, he's got a tough start with City and Wolves, Molineux in his first 2 games, should he be the manager. And look, I back him as well. I'll always back the manager, but until I can't back them anymore. But it's just it's difficult, and it's not his fault at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whoever we got in now is pretty much going to be an underwhelming appointment for the fans, and it's just a bit disappointing.
I think I'm on the odds list, at this point.
Honestly,
you scroll down to like one.
The 3 of us, you, Ben, and I,
we're probably on the odds list at this point.
Just the 3 of us as a package. Get one of us be the manager, one assistant, and one can be, MD or head of recruitment or something. Chief scout.
All right. Moving on, Dan Kilpatrick has also reported Brighton's Graham Potter has admirers at THFC, although it's unclear if he would be interested in the job.
Like we said earlier, I've got admirers of lots of things. Doesn't mean I'm going to get them. I hate that word, admire.
We admire Graham Potter. Do you think it would be worth paying the compensation to try and bring in Graham Potter, or is it worth it, or is it not worth the extra money and just might as well get Nuno free?
I really like Potter. I really do. Would it be worth? It's a lot of compensation. He's got 4 years left on his deal, doesn't he?
He signed a big deal. He signed a 5-year deal within 3 months of signing for Brighton.
Yeah, so who knows? Would you pay the compensation?
I think I would.
I probably would as well.
I think I would. Although I think Nuno's a good manager, I think Potter is more of a right fit for what we need right now, and that's why I feel like coach. Yeah, that's why I feel like Potter would be worth it. But I think I can understand Levy. Not that I agree. I understand Levy deciding, I'm just going to go with the cheaper option. That's what I think it is at the moment.
Unfortunately so.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the matter of the fact.
It's unfortunate. Next up is Fabrizio Romano, and he was talking about Tottenham and their potential transfer targets this summer.
As well in this one.
And DiMarzio also said he said Tottenham are expected to sign 1 or 2 defenders. Jules Kounde is appreciated and is expected to leave for less than his 80 million clause this summer. Joachim Andersen is also on the list, as we all know. And then DiMarzio says Tottenham are one of the clubs interested in the Sevilla defender Jules Kounde this summer. So he's one that definitely would get a lot of Tottenham fans excited. Young 21-year-old centre-back who's been playing full-back for France in the Euros. Yeah, bags of potential. He's actually been playing top-flight football for a while now, Kounde. He's been... He played quite a lot last season, and he's 21, but he's actually been playing since 2017 in Liga and in La Liga for 4 years now. So since he was 18, pretty much 17, 18, he's been playing at the top flight. Made 34 appearances last year for Sevilla, 29 the season before. He's definitely one that would get the mouth watering in terms of how much potential he does have. Especially you consider how many talented defenders there are for France, and the fact he gets in ahead of the likes of Upamecano and the likes of William Saliba and people like that. Like he's clearly an impressive young defender. But do you see Tottenham really splashing big money on him?
No, but he is different class. He's really good. I watched him against United in that 2-leg Sevilla game with a couple, not last season before when they won the Europa League. He was really, really good. He actually gave the pen away for France the other night.
With a handball. Dodgy handball though.
But no, he's a really talented. He's a good player. Yeah, you're right. We're going to pay it? Probably not. Will it be Anderson? Cheaper? Yeah.
Well, Romano saying could be Anderson and...
believe it when I see it.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. But he seems like a versatile defender as well. He's been playing right back a few times for France, although it didn't look entirely comfortable for me against Portugal in that position. Mm-hmm. But he's definitely one who, if we can, I think it's one of those ones. If you have an opportunity to get him, you snap him up.
Yeah,
you snap
absolutely.
him up if he's willing to come to you. I feel like it probably won't happen because I feel like we need to sell quite a lot if we're going to be splashing at least.
I mean, Sevilla in the Champions League next year.
Exactly. He's got an 80 million clause. So if they're saying less than that, I don't think it'll be much less than that.
Probably
he's worth
50, 60.
He's worth what exactly? 60 million. So I see Tottenham after being burnt as well by 42 million for Sanchez, which is now you can probably say that's probably been a disaster at this point.
Yeah.
In terms of what we got, we need to sell a couple of defenders before splashing that money on a defender. So whether I see us doing that is another case. So
remains to be seen. But
and again, we still don't have a manager. So whether signing as our manager as well, I can't get too excited. it was interesting. Lorenzo Insigne, as it was said, he was talking to Gennaro Gattuso over the phone on text, and this is coming from Football Italia. He said Gattuso told him that Tottenham are, quote, a bit of a mess in their managerial hand, and that's coming from a manager who was in talks with us, and then we pulled out within a few hours.
Well, he's not wrong. However, it's a bit hypocritical. Bloke's a massive mess himself, isn't he?
He is a bit of a mess, isn't he? He's the biggest hothead. He was out there in 20 days in the
he's a weird guy, but yeah, he's not wrong. We are a mess.
We are a mess, but
I don't think Lorenzo Insigne needed that text to know that we are a bit of a mess.
What do they say? People in glass houses should throw stones, and I think Gattuso might fall under that at the moment. According to Sport Witness, Napoli have added Spurs left-back Sergio Reguilon to their transfer shortlist, but no, take a lot of money to prize him away from Tottenham this summer. Is there any chance we sell Reguilon, you think, this summer? We signed him for 27.
Unless you get double your money.
Yeah, I don't see the point. And this follows on the story this is from Ciro Ventaro, and this is from one of the Napoli officials who were talking about Ben Davies. He said, Ben Davies, Paratici told me Tottenham want to keep him, but if he leaves, they will only consider offers of over 30 million. So both our left backs be interested in Napoli.
I'll tell you what, if Ben Davies if the bid comes in for 33 million quid for Ben Davies, I'll drive him to Naples myself.
No chance we get 30 million. Not going to get 3 million.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'll drive in there myself. I'll give you a free lift, Ben.
Incredible. I mean, I can't.
That would really be a good start to the summer.
That's what we're demanding. 30 million for Ben Davies.
Could you imagine?
That would be an incredible deal. But yeah, and if Davies is worth 30, Reguilon's worth 70.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
I mean, how much is Harry Kane worth? If Ben Davies is worth 30 million pounds.
Oh, the mind boggles. We're not getting 30 million. They dream on. And last but not least, from back on Fabrizio Romano, he says there is currently nothing concrete in the rumours linking Dusan Vlahovic with a move to Tottenham Hotspur this summer. So a lot of rumours flying around over the past couple of days that Spurs are looking to put in a bid for Dusan Vlahovic, the 21-year-old Serbian striker who plays for Fiorentina. Romano pouring cold water on that for the time being, but I do think if Kane leaves, that might heat up again.
Maybe. I don't know too much about that kid, to be honest.
21 Serie A goals yesterday. For the
21
Yesterday, last season.
Yeah, doing well. One day,
21
goals.
21 goals. Oh, it's not bad, is it? 21 goals last season.
That's not bad
for Fiorentina in Serie A. 21 years old. He's also a very, very tall striker as well. So he's definitely one to be considered. And he's 6'3" as well. Big, tall striker.
Yeah.
So he's definitely one that I think Spurs will definitely keep an eye on, and seeing as he plays for Fiorentina, one that Spurs think he's definitely gettable, and he has a good ratio as well. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on Vlahovic over the near future, especially if Kane leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to wait and see. Romano saying nothing concrete right now.
We'll have to see, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us again.
Join us next week when we have our next episode of Who's the Manager? Manager of the, what should we call it? Manager of the week.
Manager of the week.
Yeah, literally. Honestly, next week we're looking at maybe an Ernesto Valverde. Who else we got in there? Ralph Rangnick and Erik ten Hag, all to come in the near future.
Hodgson is available.
Yeah. All of this coming up to you in the next few.
Rafa Benitez has just pulled out of the Everton deal.
Yeah, loads of potential episodes coming your way.
Definitely a lot more.
Maybe we'll have a new manager by January. We'll see.
Cross our fingers. Well, we did speak about Nuno Espirito Santo with potentially coming to Spurs. Jules Kounde as well with his potential move. Sergio Reguilon and Ben Davies both being linked to Napoli. Gennaro Gattuso calling Tottenham a mess. And Romano pouring cold water on the potential Dusan Vlahovic move to Spurs. But thank you everyone for joining us yet again. Thank you Slav as well for filling in for Ben. I'm sure able deputy as always, Slav. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.
Come on you Spurs.